is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with that free analysis on Jamal Crawford. He is older, but he still can get the job done on offense, just like the old days, and it's good to see him back in the league. I knew if he continued to wanting to play and continue to put the work in like he has been doing, he would have had got an opportunity to play in the league again. That opportunity is now, as Jamal Crawford has officially signed with the Brooklyn Nets, who is all the way dismantled, and I don't know what is left of the Brooklyn Nets at this point with so many people not playing. It seemed like they all just gave up. Kenny Atkinson gave up. Kyrie gave up. Kevin Durant had no interest in coming back this season, even including the playoffs. And then you look at Dinwiddie, he was just basically forced not to play. Jordan dropped. And it's just like everybody just like, well, we ain't going to do nothing this year. We just wait off for next year. Hopefully everybody can get healthy and get ready to play next season. You know, health is most important, especially when you're dealing with a disease that can kill you. That's obviously more important to get handled before playing basketball. But it is good to see Jay crossover, being able to cross over again. And even if this is his last run, as it took him forever to get a spot, and the Brooklyn Nets has picked up multiple players before they went to Jamal Crawford, it is good for him to go out on his own terms playing. And what is better than making it to the playoffs? Because remember, they're going to have seeding games. And in those seeding games, they can lock up the 7th or the 8th seed, and Jamal Crawford can play more games. Now, he's going to play against the Raptors and the Bucks most likely. That's not going to be that fun, but at least he can go out there and play and have, you know, the spotlight on him to showcase whatever he has left. We all know Jamal Crawford scored 51 points in Phoenix last year, and it was an amazing way to go out, but that game was basically meaningless because the Suns wasn't even close to making the playoffs last year, and now he actually get to play for a team that can utilize him right now, because with all the guards gone and all the minutes being open and, you know, being able to be distributed, we know when Jamal Crawford's on the court, he can knock down threes. He can get to the basket still. He can still find ways to get to the free throw line, and he can step up. Like we seen even against Dallas in that 51-point game, he can make and take big shots. He can still get to his spots. He can still rise up and pull up. He can still force you to respect him and pull up with a jumper. So he still got the skill in his game, and he still knows how to get to his spots, and he still does know how to shoot. So even if he's not going to be the greatest defender, even though he might be a liability on that end, he's still shown that he can be a good playmaker and a scorer. And they really just need something, because everybody that really, especially when they lost Dinwiddie, their main scorers are basically gone. So it is going to have an opportunity to put him in and allow him to do his thing and work his magic, which I think will be good for him, just because we've seen what he's still capable of in those last couple weeks in Phoenix. And if they need that, which is he can still supply to my personal opinion, I mean, why not? I mean, who else is you really going to pick up at this point? It is some good players still left, but they still have to want to go to the Nets. And even though the Nets, I don't really expect them to win their first round series, Jamal Crawford gave me something to be interested in when I watch the Nets game. They still got Jared Allen and those guys in there. I still want to see what Karis LeVert is going to do now that he's going to be the primary scorer and playmaker probably outside of Tyler Johnson and some other players. It is good to have somebody that can come off the bench and get you some boosts and get you some energy and get you a guy that you know can get shots knocked down. But when I look at this Nets team, I'm just interested in seeing what is they gonna do now that they got a new coach. Now that majority of their best players are gone, I'm kind of curious about how are they gonna win games? How are they gonna finish games? And who outside of LeVert and Crawford is gonna literally be able to get enough offense to close or even stay within closing distance to steal games? Just because this team is absolutely depleted, and you do have to win your seeding games to be able to lock up your spot. And this team is not a great defensive team. This team struggles a little bit on offense, especially without Dinwiddie. And they really going to rely on shooting because they still have Joe Harris and those guys. But they even lost Torian Prince, who was another one of these guys that can play multiple positions and stretch the floor out, hit threes off the ball. So Washington Nets might be a little disappointing this year, but I still know that Jamal Crawford, he waited so long to have another opportunity to play in the NBA, and he now has that opportunity, and that gives me something to watch Nets game. Like I said, I'm going to watch them anyway, because that's your job as an analyst. So at least I know Jamal Crawford going to try to go out there and put on the show when he is on the court, and that's going to be interesting enough for me to want to watch some of these games. But some of their role players are in situations where they got to prove themselves, or they have to make a name for themselves, or they still fighting to do increase their value in free agency, like Joe Harris. And we really want to see what Jared Allen can do now that there is no DeAndre Jordan no more backing them up. And with Karras having some hot games at the end of the season, I already know that he's going to be energetic to really have an opportunity to show improve what he can do. So this team is going to be an interesting team. And I know that Vaughn is very mad at what's been going on with the roster. This is like the worst case scenario that all basically your best players isn't going to be able to play at all. And now you just stuck to the bare bones of your roster, and you just basically scavenging for pieces just to be able to have a competent roster at this point. And honestly, this is just out of all teams, the Nets, they just didn't need this to happen. But other than that, I still do think that they can lock up a top 8 seed in the Eastern Conference just because they're going against the Wizards without Davis Bertans and Bradley Beal for that spot. And even if they lose it to Orlando, I don't see them beating the Milwaukee Bucks or the Toronto Raptors, even if they had Dinwiddie, even if they had DeAndre Jordan. They was going to lose to both of those teams, in my personal opinion anyway. But one thing I tell you, though, Jay Crossover, he never gave up hope. He stayed ready, stayed working out, stayed in shape, stayed hooping throughout these months, and it's good to see him be able to go out there in meaningful games because you are playing for seeding and you are playing in the playoffs to get this opportunity to showcase that I'm still here, I still can play, and at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting seeing that. But that's all I really got for y'all today. I'm happy that he made a roster. I'm happy that he got a chance to get back in the NBA and play some meaningful minutes for this Brooklyn team. And at the end of the day, I'm interested in see what he has left in the tank, because if he does have a good performance or a couple good performances, he might be in the NBA over 40 next year, because somebody will definitely take a chance on him, or it will increase somebody being interested in him depending on how he plays in these next couple games, and if they do make the playoffs in those playoff games. So they ain't going to have no oohs and ahs because the crowd won't be there, but we'll all be doing it on our TVs, and we'll all be watching. Even though the Nets ain't the best team, even though they are depleted, they still do have NBA quality players on this roster, and they still can go out there and compete like they done did all year. Like I said, that's one thing I give credit to this Nets team. Throughout all the injuries, throughout all the people not being there, all the distractions, all the chaos and the fire and the Kenny Atkinson, they still went out there and played and being professionals and handled their business. They went through trade rumors too, and they stayed together, went out there and competed, and they have a chance to lock up a playoff spot for the second year, even though they're supposed to technically be rebuilding, and this is technically supposed to be a lost season without Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They still have a chance to show that we are at least a playoff caliber team at the end of the day. So I'm going to end the video. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. That will be in the description and also in the comment section below. And also, if you like videos just like this, I make breakdowns of players, rookies, summer league, and even tributes to the legends. I have that all on my basketball analysis channel. You can click the link or click my name and you can check out all the videos that I have. Have over 1,000, so you have plenty to choose from. And honestly and truthfully, we also have merchandise, as you can see. And like I said in the beginning of the video, that will be in the description comment section below. And other than that, I do cover Summer League. I cover the NBA Draft. I cover free agency, trade deadline. I also cover season previews and even playoff predictions. And if it happens, I will be doing that. So that should give you a reason to subscribe and become part of the family. Also, like I said, like the video and share. That helps expand the channel and reach more people. The more people you reach, the more you grow. So the least you can do is that, and you guys did enough just by watching the videos. I'm satisfied and happy with that. Other than that, shout out to Jay Crossover for getting back into the league. Can't wait to see him play again. This should be fun. And even if this is his last dance, at least he's actually playing for something unlike last year. And that should just give him a reason outside of motivation that he can stay in the league even for next year. So it all work out for everybody, I guess. The fans happy, he happy, and the Nets, they happy that they got somebody that can still contribute and help them possibly win a couple games in season and hopefully in the playoffs. So other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone, and I'll be coming to y'all with another video on Friday. So just be ready for that.